All right, today in the shop, we have another product review, but I love reviewing products. So if you are a company that needs product reviews, every day I get products from people. They ask me to review them, especially stuff that works. Today we have Strike Hold. This is a cleaner lubricant protectant for all metals. Looks like we have a liquid format they sent me. And this is a spray. Legendary rust and corrosion protection. I did a little bit of research on this stuff. Apparently it was like, developed for the military. But they use it on everything, it looks like. There's like a never-ending purpose. I mean, look at this guy with an M16. I mean, if our soldiers can trust it on the front lines, I think we could pretty much trust it. But anybody can post a picture of a soldier with a rifle and put their product name to it, right? So today, what I want to test is, because this thing does a lot of stuff. It cleans, lubricates, and protects metals, right? For me, what I need in the shop is something that is going to hold up over a period of time, because we have a lot of loaders outside, backhoes, and just a lot of equipment that I'm constantly spraying and hoping that the lubrication holds up over time and prevents less friction when you got metal to metal, and especially on those backhoes. And I know you grease them, but still, there's parts that you want to spray with a lubricant. So what I'm gonna do is get some metal, and we're gonna try a couple different lubricants, and we're gonna do a test side by side. We're gonna spray the metal, we're gonna scuff them, we're gonna grind them, we're gonna do all kinds of stuff, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow and see which one held up the best. All right, we got a long piece of metal here, and you can see I got a couple of lubricants here. All of these are supposed to protect. They all say the word protect on them, okay? So that's what I need for my applications. As far as cleaning goes, maybe I'll do that in another video, but today is just to see what's gonna hold up. All right, and I've labeled them underneath. Let the games begin. All right, and we'll start with our Strike Hold WD-40. And our Deep Creep is last. And we'll just kind of smooth this out here a little bit. Get another rag. And just kind of rub it all in there. All right. I rubbed everybody in from line to line. Now what we're gonna do is let's put a little bit of heat on it. Starting with our Strike Hold here. It's supposed to be non-flammable. Let's go to the WD-40 here. And now to our Deep Creep. Well, nothing caught on fire. Our metal is nice and hot here with all of our lubricants. And now we're just gonna get a piece of metal, and we're just gonna kind of create some friction on each section. Oh, my arms are tired. You can see kind of the wear in there where I was rubbing on each one. All right, now, next thing we're gonna do, just to create a little more friction at a higher speed, we're gonna use this little whiz wheel here. So I filled up this jug with some water. This is not de-icer. I rinsed it out. This is just water. We're gonna pour some water on each part. All right, looks like most of it ran off of the Strike Hold. Still a nice little puddle on the WD-40 and a little bit of a puddle still on the Deep Creep. Let's wipe it in. Just so that there's water in every little crevice on these. All right, so we got it out back here by the woods. All right, and I'm actually gonna dump some more water on this. All right, because we want that water to soak on there. We are gonna get some dirt first. And I wanna get some grass too. Let's make some mud. Let's pour some more water on here. I don't want it to wash that stuff off. I just want to make this a sloppy mess. We'll seal the deal with this nice chunk of sod. All right, let's put the grass face down on here. Let's get it on there. When it rains, let that get all soaked in there. All right, we'll do it on Monday. We'll let this sit for like a good 5 or 6 days out in the elements. And then we'll come back, and I feel like that'll be a fair enough test. We'll just see how it holds up. All right, now time for the second test. While that one is marinating outside, this one we're just gonna spray, and we're not gonna throw anything on top of it. I just scored it with the Dremel down to the bare metal. We'll spray each section, and then we will let it sit outside in the elements. It's supposed to rain, but we're gonna let this sit outside for a couple of days with the other one, and we'll see how they do. And the Deep Creep X number 3. We'll just take this now, set it outside next to the other one. See you guys in a couple days. Have a good weekend. Okay, we're back. It's actually Wednesday now. I believe we started this test last Thursday or Friday, so we let this go a couple of days. It has rained, and I wanted to video pulling these things out of the actual dirt, but this morning, come to my surprise, somebody was wandering around the shop out back, and they decided to grab the pieces of steel and bring them up to the shop because they thought they were scrap. They didn't realize I was doing my little science experiment back there, but that's okay. So I have them up on the bench now. And this was our short one here. We'll start with this, where we had scored the X's in there. We did not clean this bar. We just scored the X's in there, and we applied the cleaner and the protectant and lubricant to each one. The first one was Strike Hold, which you can see is still wet, and again, it was raining, it was hot. We had a couple different days with different temperatures and different things happening, so it was kind of a good time to do it. This one here, the WD-40, appears to still have a little bit of moisture on it, and our Deep Creep here also still looks a little bit moisturized. As far as rust, did we get any rust on there? Well, you can see a little bit in the Deep Creep there. You can see some rust starting to come through there. And we'll go to the WD-40. I don't really see any rust coming through there, and you can see it's still wet. And we're going to the Strike Hold, which seems still wet, and no signs of rust. So on this particular one, I would say the WD-40 and the Strike Hold actually are a tie here. The Deep Creep here, I can see a lot of rust coming through here, and it is labeled as a lubricant. So for test number 1, these two I would say are tied. Now this is the long one that we put all the dirt and the grass on and stuff. So starting with the Strike Hold here, and it was like an immediate notice. You can see how like oxidized and duller these are, and then you get to the Strike Hold, it looks much more cleaner. So I definitely can tell already that Strike Hold is going to win this one. So that was the Strike Hold, the SH, and remember we only did the tops. But if you look back here, you can see all the shine and stuff on this, and you can see all the oxidation on these from where the dirt and the grass was. All right, so this was Strike Hold here, and this was our WD-40. And this was our deep creep. Now, Strike Cold's obviously going to win this one, but let's see who comes in second here. So, our WD-40, we do have some oxidation and stuff up here. The lubricant didn't appear to hold all the way through, like the Strike Cold did. It's still a nice base there all the way through. Looks like we started losing some here. And then the deep creep, yeah, I would say the deep creep did not hold up as well as the WD-40. I'm starting to see, I see a lot more over here with the deep creep. A lot more deteriorating, oxidation, rust coming through. So I would say first place on, as far as machines, if you're gonna get mud and grass and dirt and stuff on them and put it in the elements, definitely going to be Strike Cold. This is the second test where this thing had held up. Tied on the first one, but on the second one where it really counts, especially for me, with these machines that are out there in the dirt and stuff, we got to give it to Strike Cold. WD-40 in second, and in third place is the deep creep. Now, there's tons of other lubricants and cleaners and stuff out there. This particular test was just against these three. But chime in below if you work with a lot of these lubricants and cleaners, and if you have one that you favorite, and let people know, all right? But for my test here and my review on Strike Cold, I got to give it a thumbs up. It went through the elements and it held up just like it said it did on the packaging. And that's it. So I will leave a link to this company below, and apparently there's a lot more stuff a lot more uses for this product. People use it for guns. It was actually originated, I believe, for the military. So it's pretty high grade stuff. I recommend it. So hey, please guys, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Any questions or any recommendations on products, leave it in the comments, and I'll see you next time.